We are live. I don't know what's going on with the camera, but we are live. Welcome to RobMotive Live Monday. I hope everybody out there is doing well. We are doing good here. So far, we are healthy, as far as I know. I mean, you never know, right? Who knows? But so far, so good. It is a hot day over here. It is 91 degrees. I actually tried to do this in the garage tonight, but my internet didn't come through. I wasn't getting a good signal out there. So if you maybe saw this come up earlier, it's because I was in the garage, but then it didn't work. So I don't know what the heck's going on. But anyway, we're here now, a little bit different. It was going to be a garage view tonight, a hot garage view, but that just didn't work out. I just saw an announcement that says that I'm live. So apparently I am live now. I hope everybody out there can hear me. Brian, what's up, buddy? How you doing? When are we going to see some more videos on that new truck you got over there? I don't think I've missed anything. If I have, you let me know. But I don't think so. Last one I saw was the storage video, I believe. I think that was it, but I'm not sure. So anyway, I hope everybody out there is doing well. The country is going crazier every day. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I can go out, stay in. Our little shelter at home thing, I think, is supposed to expire tomorrow, but I'm fully expecting for there to be an extension added to that or something. I'm not exactly sure. Beaches are reopening, so I'm sure Gear's sitting out there in his truck with his motor running, ready to go. I don't know. Hard to say. Let's see. The next video will be my motor build plans. Awesome. M. Jones, greetings. Hey, Mark. Hey. How you doing up there? Is it as crazy up there as it is here? You know, I was doing a little research the other night because Krista tells me all the time how it's so much better up there in Canada than it is here. So I looked up the population. I thought, how many people are there in Canada? 37 million. Some 37 million. There's 325 million people here. I mean, it's no wonder things are worse here. We have more bodies to spread it around. So I don't think it's a fair comparison. I think she's off her rocker a little bit, but Bob Bill, I believe that's what that says. Bob Bill, hi, hey Bob, how you doing, buddy? Brian, we are further notice. Must be until further notice on the stay at home. Well, I tell you, and people have had enough, man. People are protesting. People are going nuts. So I don't know. Brian Mason says, hey Rob, hey Brian, how you doing there, buddy? Troy Hasty, what's up, Rob? Shelter in place here this week in Mississippi. So far, looking for it to be longer. Shelter in place here this week in Mississippi. So far, looking for it to be longer. Yeah, I fully suspect it's going to be longer. And, I think what's going to happen, I mean, I'm all for ending this stuff, to be honest. Or at least, easing it a little bit. I mean, telling me that I can't go anywhere unless it's essential and then define essential. Although they're pretty loose here with essential, I guess. So you probably could do pretty much mostly what you want to, but they are pulling people over, and I've heard they are fining people. On the news the other night, they even said that they were sending some people to jail. So I don't know. I can't imagine that they're doing that, but who knows? Marcus Sadowski. Hey, Marcus, I saw you earlier before I had to cut that live and come to this live. Welcome. Hey, Rob, how have you been staying? Hey, Rob, how have you been staying safe? I've been staying at home, man. That's it. So that's the only way, other than that, I don't know. The board woodworker, we are the second by far, and we don't want to win this one. Yeah, I know, man. You guys got it bad up there. Chad, hey, Rob, what's up? Chad, how you doing there, buddy? M. Jones, 90% of the population live within a couple hours of the U.S. border, though. We are allowed to leave the house. Nobody will question that. What's open, though, is another question. Yeah, I imagine it's probably somewhat similar to here as far as that goes. I don't know. I heard something today, though. I heard oil is now dropped to a negative number. A negative number? So that in essence means that if the oil producers want to get rid of their oil, they have to pay people to take it. I guess. I heard a penny a barrel, which makes sense. I mean, if people aren't driving, there's no demand. And what's oil worth if there's no demand? Nothing. So that is going to be a problem, because how long do you figure those people can go with their expenses without being able to make money? You know, I don't know. That's pretty wild. Jack says, "Hey Rob, hello from Oklahoma." Jack, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Boise City Auto. Wait a minute. Boise City. This is a whole new name. Boise City Auto Sports. Hey guys, Dan, is that you? Have you changed your name again? The board woodworker. Let's see. New Jersey is almost 90,000 with about 5,000 deaths. Yeah, Texas is, I can't remember, but nowhere near that. Yes, buy stock now. Yeah, now would be the time to buy. Matter of fact, you might call them and ask if they'll just give it to you. You know, because if it isn't worth anything, maybe they'll just give it to you. Maybe they'll even pay you to take it. I can't see that happening, but you know. Stealthy Leopard found out the San Antonio Toyota plant or Tacoma plant will stay closed until May 4th. The wait continues. Oh, well, I'll listen to while waiting for my pro to show up. Yeah, that's a bummer, man. And, you know, I could have been in your shoes. I mean, I just got mine in, what was it, January. And then all this hit in March. Had they been a little bit later on mine, I'd have been right there with you, man. Right there with you. The board woodworker, the pollution was cut by 35%. Yeah, no doubt. We've just extended the life of the planet. I mean, you know, if anybody's around to enjoy it, I don't know. Boise City. Yes, Rob, it's me. All right, it is Dan. Dan just woke up from a nap, and Dan has changed his name once again. Dan, I'm curious. Are you like wanted? You change your name so many times, it's like you're hiding. I'm just kidding. I don't really know. Bus Boy Healy says, hey, what's up, man? Let's see. Mark, wait a minute. We have a super chat. M. Jones, 4 Canadian US dollars. Thank you very much, buddy. Ordered tow mirrors. I don't tow, just a look thing. It's a lot of that around here, man. Tow mirrors down here are like a status symbol, I think. The bigger the truck, the better, and the wider, even better. So I see that a lot down here, man. And thanks again for the super chat. I appreciate that, bud. Let's see. Mark X. Reinhardt. Mark X. I think I'm getting that right. Good thing you got your truck before this all started. I know, man. I know. Boise City. No, Rob, I like to try out new mirrors. What? What does that mean? Are you putting new mirrors on your cars too? Board woodworker, he thumbed up 4 times to M. Jones. That's right. I appreciate that. Gear Runner. What's up, buddy? Hey, I have a question for you. Gear Runner did a little video today, put out an S&B air intake filter video. And, you know, I put an cold air intake on the Jeep Gladiator. And I got to say, the sound difference was phenomenal. I could not believe the difference. Made me rethink my whole stance on cold air intakes, and that, yes, indeed, maybe they do make noise. My TRD air intake on the Tacoma doesn't make any noise, but I guess that doesn't mean they all don't. So, Gear, my question for you is, what kind of sound? You know, I heard your video, and I'm not going to give anything away, but what do you notice? Let's just put it that way. What have you noticed on not what you did today, really, but the cold air intake in general? The S&B, I guess, is what I'm getting at, because you have one. And I know it's on the Tundra, but I'm curious. Let's see. The board woodworker says, baby New Year trucks. The board woodworker says, yo, Gear. Gear says, hey, Brian. Gear says, hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Boise City says, what? No, my phone goofed up. What I meant to say was, I, too, try out new names. I think what you mean is you like to try out new names, I guess. I think that's what you mean. Let's see. Big Mo says hello all. Hey Mo, how you doing, buddy? Board Worker says yo Mo. Gear a Runner says I've been telling you my SMB is way louder than the TRD one. I know, but I believe you now. I believe you. I do, because after my experience with the air raid, I gotta say that thing. I don't even know if you need to put an exhaust on with it. I mean, it's there when you hit it. It's there when you gas it. It's not there when you're cruising, so there's no drone whatsoever, but there is a nice little throaty growl when you hit the throttle coming out of the air intake, because there is no aftermarket exhaust on my Gladiator. So it's pretty wild, man. Brian Mason says, hey, Gear, hope everything is good your way, sir. Boise City says, so who all got the stimulus check? Just curious. I ain't got no check over here. I'm just saying, ain't no checks coming in my mailbox or in my account or nowhere. Ain't none. Chad Cronat says, howdy, Gear. Gear Runner says, hello, Brian. Good here. How are you? Gear Runner says, hello, Chad. Chad says, hey, Brian. The Board Woodworker. The TRD is almost the same as stock for Toyota because they already pull from the fender. Yeah, I know. But, you know, the Jeep pulls from the same place, too. And it was a heck of a difference with that air raid cold air intake. So I don't know, man. Brian says things are great here in West Virginia. That's good, Brian. That's good to hear. And if I'm not mistaken, you folks for quite a while didn't have any cases there, right? I don't know. I'm not up to speed on where you're at now, but the Board Worker says big ears on trucks. Yeah, my problem is they'd get in the way. Mark, you don't park in a garage, I don't think, do you? Because if you did, I would think having tow mirrors on the side would be a hindrance, you know. Boise City says, hey, Brian and Gear. Brian says, yo, Chad, what up, buddy? With the plug out, it's a lot louder also, but at normal driving, you really don't hear it. Sounds the same as the air raid you were describing. Now, with that plug out, refresh my memory, and I know you said this in your videos, but with the plug out, that's for temperatures that are warmer, or is that for the winter? I can't remember. I think it's warmer, but I could be wrong. Bubba Blade, I have K&N intake, and it's really loud. K&N has the exposed filter, right? There's no cover over the box, if I'm not mistaken. Gear Runner says, my wife and I got ours. Nothing here. Government doesn't love me. Ain't sending me nothing. Board Woodworker says, yo, Dan. Board Woodworker says, I got a check. It will buy my block for the 49. Everybody's getting checks. You got a check, an actual check, or did you have a direct deposit? Let's ask that question. Are people out there getting physical checks now, or are we talking direct deposits? Let's see. Brian says, received my check last Wednesday. M. Jones says, we haven't had a howdy yet. Well, howdy. Howdy. Boise City Auto. What? You didn't get one, Rob, because I got one, took mine, and I buy a semi-automatic shotgun with it, among other things. What do you need a semi-automatic shotgun for, man? Are you a hunter? Gear Runner, they have a lot larger filters to suck more air. Yes, yeah, I have noticed that. But the air raid has a pretty good size filter too, but not as big as the S&Bs do, for sure. Brian, okay, Brian, West Virginia was the last state to have any confirmed cases. That's what I thought. How are you guys doing now, though? Gear Runner, take the plug out with anything above 70 degrees. That's what I thought, and for where I am, that's pretty much all the time. So, Bubba Blade, right. Boise City Auto. Mine was direct deposited into my account, direct deposit for gear. DH says, Rob, maybe you make too much money. Hey, I'm a full-time YouTuber now. I guarantee you I don't make too much money. Let's see. So it sounds like direct deposits. Chad says, I'm taking my money, going to get me a lift just like you, Rob. Awesome. That's awesome. And that won't cost you the whole thing, I don't think. Of course, I don't know what your situation is, so maybe it will, but that's cool. Board Worker says direct deposit checks are out 5 to 6 weeks. Wait a minute. Checks are out 5 to 6 weeks from direct deposit. I think he means checks are out 5 to 6 weeks. That's lovely. Javier Rodriguez. Javier, how you doing? Have considered leather seats have you considered leather seats in your Tacoma? Javier, you got to catch up on the videos, man. You know, I had a 2018, it was cloth. I have a 2020 now, no longer the 2018, and I have leather seats. So I guess you could say, yes, I did consider it, and I did it. Brian says, mine was direct deposit. All right, I got you. So it sounds like it's all the direct deposits. You see, excuse me, last year when we moved here, I had to switch banks and all that stuff, and I did do direct deposit. So I don't have direct deposit with the government. And when I go to their little get paid now or whatever it is and click it, it tells me that they're not able to give me my status or whatever because I don't know why. Let's see. M. Jones, my truck is outside all the time, although having to park in tight places did cross my mind with the mirrors. Yeah, and what's your reason for getting the mirrors? I mean, just aesthetics? You just want them? I think you might have said that, but is that why? Boise City, yes, Rob, I plan on going out hunting this October. I see you. What are you hunting for with that big cannon you bought? Brian, West Virginia has just over 900 confirmed cases now, 26 deaths. All right, so still pretty low in comparison. I mean, one death is too much, but, you know. Gear Runner, Tennessee broke 7,000 cases today. Wow. Boise City, Idaho was 1,700 cases of this. We can't say that word on here. Let's see. Bubble Blade says, I read some people accidentally got millions. Well, it sure as heck wasn't me, I got to say. Big Mo says, Louisiana is one of the top states. Yeah, I was going to look real quick here. Let me see, and I'll tell you where Texas is. Usually it pops right up on my screen. Let's see. There we go. Texas. Texas has 19,458 cases and 495 deaths. Wow. We're in the upper echelon, I would think here, but you know, Texas is a big state. Lots of people in Dallas and Houston and San Antonio, and am I forgetting any others? I don't know. Lots of people around. I forget exactly where we at right here in my, or where we are right here in my area, but there's a few. And a matter of fact, we've had several deaths probably within a mile of where I live. Of a couple nursing homes. It broke out there, and it's been running through, let me tell you. Let's see. Boise City says, hopefully in a few months I'll have some Monet down for a down payment so I could buy a Subaru. Awesome. Let's see. Board Woodworker, I loved my tow mirrors. I want to put them on my 1794, but am not putting out the money. Gotcha. Gear Runner says, howdy, Mo. How you doing? Brian says there were 4 people that got 8 million. I wonder, was it direct deposited? Did they go ahead and drain it out before the government could whip it back around? You know? M. Jones, I like the look of tow mirrors, is the main reason. Although you can see a lot more with them. That's true. You will have better visibility out the back of that behemoth you're driving there. Boise City says pheasant, duck, maybe deer. Pheasant and duck. Wow. Well, with that big cannon, won't they just go when you hit them? I mean, I don't know. No, I'm sure they won't. Gear Runner says, hey, Dan. Gear Runner says, hi, M. Jones. DH, hey, what's up, buddy? DH says, if your tax filing for 2018 and 2019, your refund is direct deposit, your money arrives first. Paper checks takes longer. Yeah, my 2019 hasn't been accepted yet. Is that going to hold me up? 2018 was fine. Boise City says, hey, Gear. Big Mo says over 50% in Houston area. Wow. That's what I'm talking about, man. Over 50%. I assume you're meaning in Texas is in the Houston area. Boise City says, lucky for me, I'm considered a sensual. Oh, you're one of them sensual workers, eh? So I could go to work and basically do whatever I want within reason. Well, I imagine if you're a sensual worker, you probably can. You've certainly changed since I talked to you last, though. Daniel says, what up, big dog? Hey, Daniel, what's happening, buddy? How you doing? Gear Runner says, I wouldn't spend $798,800 of that money, LOL. Bubble Blade, bet you could get a new car cheap right now. Yeah, I mean, if you're in the need for a new car and you have the financial wherewithal right now, now is the time to buy. I mean, you're basically able to do pretty much anything you want within reason, I would think. I can't imagine any car dealer turning down a fair deal at this point. I wouldn't think. Boise City says, lucky for me, there's a free range about 15 minutes from where I live. If I didn't have a big range to go and shoot, and I'd go stir crazy. Yeah, I bet a lot of people are. I don't know if there's any TikTokers out there, but I've recently discovered TikTok. Now I knew of TikTok, but I didn't do anything with it. And our reason is because my daughter put up a TikTok video thing, and she scored over 2 million views. It was amazing. So I got on the old TikTok, set up an account. It is by RobMotive, by the way, same as the channel name. If you want to check it out, it's not nearly as flamboyant as a lot of them are, but it's amazing the people that are on there. You know, TikTok used to be, I think, for, I don't know, young people, but the elders have taken it over. It's pretty funny. Let's see. Boise City, I read that. The board woodworker says, Rob, at your age, you should stay in the garage. Yeah, probably. Gear Runner says, Dan's a fluffer. A fluffer? Oh, boy. The board woodworker says, yo, Dan, do you work at a I understand. Do you work at a massage parlor? Yeah, I don't know, but he's a sensual worker. That's what he said. I mean, I'm just reading what he wrote. So M. Jones says, and my TUFSKINZ order shipped from Miami. I look for that package in a couple weeks then. Hashtag RobMotive 10. Awesome, man. Their stuff is cool. I mean, they do an awesome job for fitment too, by the way. I mean, I've never gotten anything, I don't think, from them. I don't think that didn't fit perfectly. And so far the quality's been outstanding. So great stuff, man. What did you get, by the way? The board woodworker says, gear straight marshmallow. Ha 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 ha. Boise City says, I'll be back and switching from phone to computer since my phone sucks. Yeah, you better be careful. I mean, so far we've determined you're a sensual worker. I mean, I don't know. Boise City says, daggone darn straight, Gear. Daggone darn straight, buddy. The board woodworker says, Josie is doing better than you. LOL. She doesn't need to teach anymore. Unfortunately, there's no monetary value to it, at least not that I'm aware of. Gear Runner, he's a laughing. Thunder Whisperer, he says, howdy, gang. T-Dub, what's up, buddy? Sean, hey, Rob, still waiting on my check. And to answer your question, if you haven't filed this year, good luck. My accountant told me you will be at the bottom of the list. Well, I don't know. I have filed. It's just not been accepted by the lovely IRS yet. So I don't know. Gear Runner says, hey, T-Dub. Gadget Guy says, hey, Rob, glad to have caught you live. And I am glad that you are here. Welcome. Gear Runner says, hey, Sean. Troy says, hey there, Rob. Hey, Troy, what's up, buddy? The board woodworker says, yo, Sean D. Long. Sean D. Long says, hey, Gear. Boise City Auto Parts says, hi, guys. I'm back. Well, hi, Dan. How you doing? How you been? It's been a while. Gear Runner says, hey, Sean D. Long, is JC still there? Is JC still there? I don't know what that means. Let's see. Oh, and I've got what is my air? Oh, I'm behind. Wow, no wonder. Troy says Rob is a very essential worker. Well, I like to think so. I'm not a sensual worker like Boise City, but, you know. The board woodworker says Dan's phone got the virus. M. Jones says, I got 3 pieces, 2 cup holder pads, and 1 pad for the center dash tray. Awesome. Awesome stuff, man. Did you go red like your truck? I think your truck's red. Boise City says, I'm essential, not sensual. Well, Dan, maybe that's why you're single. I don't know. Brian, he's a thumbs up and a lot, everyone. That's right. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We got 28 bodies on here and only 9 likes. So either somebody's glutton for punishment or they're just not hitting that like button. Gear Runner says, Michaela said you can get paid on TikTok, but I don't know. I think it's product placement, but I don't know. I don't know how you get paid. I mean, with 2 million views, she ought to be, of course, it's just one. I mean, I don't know if you have to have many or what. And her subscriber, follower, whatever they call it over there, count is growing as well. So, Busboy Healy says, I have the color matched TUFSKINZ mud flaps on my Cavalry blue Tacoma. Awesome. So are the mud flaps themselves are blue then, or you have a logo on them, or what do you have? Gadget Guy says, putting a TRD Pro Grill on my 2020 today after work. Do tell. Do tell. Do you have the camera on your truck in the front? And obviously the sensor. And if so, where did you get that grill? I want to know. The board woodworker says, oh, Johnson City. Gotcha. The board worker says IRS, Internal Revenue Service. But that's not what he said. I'm not going to dog him, man. I want my check. Let's see. Boise City says, no, Brian. I have a second-rate Samsung phone. Thunder Whisper says, howdy gear. Boise City Auto says, yeah, Brian. And Sean DeLong says, our state is getting ready to open back up at the first of the month. I hope ours does, at least for something. High Voltage Climber. Any Tundra videos in the near future? Kind of missing it. There might be some. There might be some coming. I've just been concentrating on, honestly, the Tacoma and the Jeep, and that's really because the Tacoma does better than the Tundra. I mean, so where am I going to focus my efforts? You know what I mean? It's kind of that kind of thing. Boise City says, I thumbed up. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. Gear Runner says, not me, Sean. I'm off 6 more weeks. Oh, my God, man. You might make it to retirement if this keeps going. I mean, you know, I don't know. Bubble Blade, he double thumbed up. You know what they're going to do, Gear? They're gonna mandate that you have to wear a mask. You got to come back to work, but you've got to wear a mask, or maybe even something more. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. We have a super chat from Brian, the board woodworker. Just one sweet tea here. Actually, they're $1 a piece. That's 2 sweet teas for me. Brian, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And by the way, if you haven't, check out the board woodworker. He has a channel over on the YouTube, that is, working up on wood. He does some wood, and got himself a new old 49, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Truck. Pretty cool stuff. Check it out. And my email just flagged me and told me I had email. Why? I didn't ask it to do that. And thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, buddy. Let's see. Bubble Blade double thumbed up. Gadget Guy said the camera came in today. Well, let me ask you, how are you going to mount the camera? I mean, does it have a place to mount the camera, and where did you get it? That's what I want to know. Thunder Whisper says, I better get back to work soon, or I might forget how to build a house. LOL. I heard they're going to relax it on construction. I don't know. I don't know. Busboy Healy says, they are black with 4-wheel drive in blue. Okay, that's cool. I know exactly what you mean, man. That should look awesome on your truck. Gear Runner, he's laughing out loud at the T-Dub. Stealthy Leopard, he's double thumbed up. No, you only got to do it once or 3 times. You can't do it twice, man. Boise City, the pea shooter I bought is a Stoiger, I don't know how to pronounce it, M3000. A lower price Benelli. Sounds good to me. I don't know what it is, but I'm familiar with the terminology. Gear Runner says, I'm the Corona groundhog. 6 more weeks of quarantine. There you go. M. Jones says, 6 weeks. I need a job at the Deer. Board Woodworker says, yep, 49. All right, so it is a 1949. Troy says, if you had to only keep one truck, would you keep your Tacoma, Tundra, or Gladiator? I think I'd keep my Taco. Boy, that is tough. That's tough. The Tundra for space and comfort, the Tacoma for fun and the channel, Gladiator because I really dig it. It would have to be the Tacoma because that's how I make my living. Otherwise, I'd go broke and have to sell all the rest anyway. Sean DeLong says, Governor Lee was catching the crap for doing that on the evening news. Time for things to go back to normal before the country goes down. I know, man. We're going to be a third world country before long. The board woodworker, 2T-Dub. What's up, buddy? Gadget Guy, 357. It's an OEM camera, but has the bracket to fit the TRD Pro grill. So where did you get the TRD Pro grill, man? Ordered from Sparks Parts. Ah, gotcha. I've been talking to them. They haven't gotten back to me. What the heck, man? Sparks Parts. let's see. I'm going to have to email them again, see what's going on. Well, I think I emailed them when they were shut down, so they probably have a million emails to look at. Gadget Guy says, I read that, and then I skipped. Boise City Auto says, check out my Instagram. I have photos of my new shotguns. I'll have to check it out. Thunder Whisper says, not much edge with all this time off. My yard has never looked so good. LOL. Yeah, a lot of people, I bet, man. My mom told me she got some mulch delivered in Ohio the other day, and the guy had a hard time finding it because everybody is buying it to mulch because they're all home, right? Thunder Whisper says, I read that. Busboy Healy, I'm still working as at the fish hatchery. People need to catch their fish. Well, yeah, and you can't let those fishes not be, checked on because they're baby fishes. They need to be fed and stuff, right? The Ward Woodworker says, love my Benelli, baby. T-Dub says, watching my lawn grow is boring, though. Yeah, but mowing, it's fun. Sean DeLong says, do you still have a Tundra? I do. It's at my mom's. I've said this 50,000 times. I mean, gosh. Gear Runner says, if I get to go back, then I will have been off 11 weeks, almost 3 months. Wow. I don't know how you're going to do it. Are you rested? Are you ready to go back? Or would you rather just continue on? Boise City says, amen, Brian. Stealthy Leopard, Gear Runner, well done. Well done. The Board Woodworker, wait, didn't you talk crap about the Gladiator and the Ridgeline and the Type R truck? Probably. I was wrong about the Gladiator. Gear Runner says, I'm probably fixing to order LED headlights and fog lights from Sparks Parts soon. Good. Don't forget to use discount code RobMotive for 5% off your order. The Board Woodworker says, Dan, I thought you were shooting the car when I saw that. Boise City says, riots are coming. Get armed, get ready. We'll have to open the economy the old-fashioned way. I don't know. It's getting crazy. Gadget Guy says, did you install the TRD cold air intake on your Voodoo Blue Taco? I did. There's a video on that out there, by the way. But I'm getting ready to make a change, and we're going to be doing a giveaway. And I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. What's coming up, a couple of things that I'm going to be giving away on the channel just as soon as this craziness breaks loose so that I can actually give stuff away and go mail it. I would hate to have a giveaway like I have right now. I have a sticker that I gave away a couple weeks ago, but I can't get to the post office, and it's leaving the country, so I have to go to the post office, and I can't do that, so it's been sitting there waiting. So what can I say? That's kind of what I'm waiting on, but I'm going to go over that in just a second. Let's see. Brian says, all that time off. It's a long time. Henry Rodriguez. Henry, what's up, buddy? Hi, Rob. I hope all is well with you and your family. Everybody's doing good so far. If your throat gets a little sore one day, you immediately think you have a problem. I have allergies. Other people around here have allergies. That's a symptom of allergies too. So you wait for a couple days and you think, is it going to get worse? Do I have it? Well, I don't know how I would get it, but I'd actually have to go somewhere, I think. But let's see. I've lost my spot. Okay. Boise City says, no, Brian, the car makes a good place to prop up the targets. LOL. Tundra Whisper says, you do, Rob, still have a Tundra. I have already answered that before, again and again. Gear Runner says, I stay up till about 3 a.m. every day. When I go back, I'll have to get up at 4 a.m. I'll be dead. Oh, man, what a drag. How late do you sleep in the morning doing that? Gear Runner says, right, discount code. That's right. RobMotive, 5% off over there at Sparks Parts. Don't forget. The Board Woodworker says he couldn't even say it with a straight face. What can I say? Steve G says, are you going to put LED lights inside the taco? I've thought about it. I probably will. I haven't yet. High Voltage Climber, did you notice any difference in your Tacoma after lowering the carrier bearing? I've just been driving it around the subdivision. I haven't taken it out anywhere yet. It does seem to be smoother. Might be all in my head. I don't know. And until I can get out on a higher speed road, for non-essential travel. I can't tell, but it does feel better, smoother. I don't know. Thunder Whisper says, locked and loaded here. Our dumb arse governor is releasing over 1,000 inmates. Gee, what could go wrong with that? Yeah, let's to make room for all the non-essential travel violators, right? Boise City says, well, Gear, go to bed early, get your sleep back in order. Sean says, yes, every time you go to the Home Depot and Lowe's, everyone is there, so much for the social distancing. I've heard that. Boise City Auto says, I have allergies as well. That's you. Jordan DeWalt says, today's news. Jordan, how you doing there, buddy? Gear Runner says about 9:30 to 10. All right, so I get up at about 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. So you're pulling in not that much more, but a couple hours or so. I need to stay up later at night. I go to bed too early. I go to bed. Well, I don't go to sleep. I mean, I'm on my iPad till about 12:30, 1 o'clock. But I am in bed. Sometimes I fall asleep while I'm laying there, The board woodworker says, Sean, we have a line and order and pickup only. Sean, where do you park said Tundra? At my mother's. Boise City says, Gear, I get up about 9 a.m. every morning. Thunder Whisper says, not healthy, Gear. They say you should always go to sleep and wake up the same time each day. That's 12 hours. Gadget Guy says, I went with Headlight Revolution for my interior LED kit. It makes a huge difference. Oh, I know. I had their product in my other Tacoma as well. Good stuff. Young G213. Sup, Rob? No more garage videos. I tried tonight, but my internet was having an issue. I was getting no signal out there. I'm going to be out there again. I just couldn't do it tonight, and I was running out of time. Gear Runner says, not for at least 5 more weeks, Dan. Boise City Auto. Yep, T-Dub, our Gardner is doing the same. Board woodworker, I sleep 4 hours. I don't know how you do that. I couldn't do it. Well, you know what? I don't know. I wake up so much. Maybe I only get 4 hours. But Jordan says, today, Toyota Tacoma. Tomorrow, Jeep Gladiator. I don't know. Thunder Whisper says, Edge, try 8 hours. Gear Runner says, interior LEDs are the only way to go. That's if you want to see. I agree. Board Woodworker says, RobMotive falls asleep watching me. So we know the dreams he has. LOL. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Thunder Whisper says, too bright. Nah. I'm surprised you don't have red LEDs in your truck, buddy. Gear Runner says, I normally only sleep 4 hours. God, I don't know how you do that, man. Jordan, he's talking about Toyota manufacturing in Texas, it looks like. The board woodworker says, T-Dub, I try, but the meds only give me 4 hours. That's right. I forgot you're on stuff. Gadget Guy says, signing off, Rob. I'll catch you on the next one. Gadget Guy, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you, and good luck with that grill. All right, a couple of giveaways that are going to be coming up as soon as I can function as a normal human again. I had said that when the channel hit 16,000 subscribers, which we did last night, I would give away my previous Toyota Tacoma Pro Grill and the Raptor style lights to win it. So we're going to do that because we did hit 16,000. And thanks everybody for that, by the way, everybody who contributes to the channel. I really appreciate that. And secondly, I am going to give away the TRD cold air intake in my Tacoma because I'm going to try something different because the curiosity is just killing me. So those two giveaways are going to be coming up. If you've watched this and you're not a subscriber to the channel, make sure you're a subscriber if you're interested in those and that you click that notification bell so that you don't miss when I announce the giveaways. They'll be coming shortly after we actually can function as normal humans again. Or at least I can, so I can go to the post office. And again, the reason I'm waiting, I don't want to give that stuff away, but not be able to ship it because that's a drag. I know, and then people will be out there thinking, well, when am I going to get it? When am I going to get it? So I'll do it as soon as I'm able to actually go and ship stuff. Let's see. Where was I? I need to find out where I was. Boise City says, as soon as I heard that prisoners were being released, I armed up with a third on the way. You can only use one at a time, man. I mean, I don't understand. Gadget Guy says, I'll update you on the 2020 TRD Pro Grill install either on IG or on a live stream. Please do. I'd love to know how it goes. And send me some pictures, man. The email address is robmotive@gmail.com. I'd love to see your final application or installation, rather, and how you handle the camera. I'm really curious to see that. Let's see. Tender Whisper says, double up on the meds. I'm not a doctor, but stayed at a Motel 6 last night. Canada says, oh, yeah, congratulations on 16K. Yeah, thanks, bud. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Gear's about to hit 18,000 on his channel. So congratulations to him a little prematurely. And if you haven't checked him out, it's Gear Runner over on the YouTube. The Board Woodworker says, T-Dub, LOL, I have, but it didn't help. Oh, Big Mo, congratulations, Rob, on 16K. Thank you very much, man. Board Woodworker says, Rob, I am creeping on you. I am almost at 1,500. Hey, just keep at it. That's what you got to do, man. It takes one video, put in the right spot, and you just go through the roof. I mean, that's the secret to YouTube. Of course, the content has to be good, and interesting. Boise City says, Rob, have functional human being. I'd like to see that. Chad says, congrats on 16K, Rob. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate that, buddy. Thunder Whisper says, in all seriousness, Edge, when I feel that way, I take take a nice long soak in the hot tub. It works great for me. Young G213, just like the stimulus check I never received, we cannot wait for the third Pro Grill. LOL. I know. I never got it either, man. Jordan DeWalt says 2022 Toyota Tundra Texas Edition. That'd be pretty cool. Thunder Whisper says, what's that giveaway tonight, Rob? No giveaway tonight because I can't mail anything. Board Woodworker says, Dan, true. I would like to see Rob be a normal functioning person. You're not the only one who said that to me. I must have a problem. Boise City says, 16K subs. Congrats, Rob. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that, buddy. Gear Runner says, thank you, Big Daddy. You're quite welcome. Love to Smoke says, sup, Rob. Hey, Eugene. What's up, brother? How you doing up there? Anything good cooking tonight? I'm going to be having the bacon eggs. Probably have bacon and a mushroom and cheese omelette after I'm off the live stream. I think that's what I'm going to have tonight. Thunder Whisper says, oh, wow, 16,000, Rob. You haven't hit your peak yet. No lowering the curve for you. Yeah, I know. I'm hoping it hits soon. The Board Woodworker says, T-Dub, the hot tub is going in this summer. There you go. Boise City says, I agree, Brian. T-Dub says, oh, you'll love it, Brian. Desert 67, do a KN95 air filter for the TACOMA mod, and it'll go through the roof for subs. LOL. Why would you think that? I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious. Why would that one do well, you think? The Board Woodworker says, Smoke, what's up, buddy? Gear Runner says, that's why I'm postponing any giveaways right now. Can't go to mail them. Yeah, there's no reason. I would hate to do giveaways, and then people expect things to be coming as I would, and they don't. And then they start to think, oh, you're never going to send it. I have an envelope sitting right over there for the last sticker I gave away. And like I said, it's going out of the country, so I really have to go to the post office because I don't know how much postage or what I have to do. St. Martin, I think, is where it's going. The French St. Martin Islands, I believe. Where was I? I think I could be wrong. Love to Smoke says no fish sticks. No, I actually don't have any fish sticks. And contrary to popular belief, I don't eat fish sticks like all the time. Jordan DeWald says Toyota Tundra versus Toyota Tacoma. That would be a good competition, bud. Love to Smoke says, hey, Gear. Boise City says, hey, Smoke. I Love to Smoke says, hey, Board. Thunder Whisper says, what are your post offices closed? I don't think they're closed. It's just not an essential trip if you're following the law or the ordinance, whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. Thunder Whisper says, mine's wide open and losing money every day. Yeah. Desert 67 says, cabin air filter. Hey, the paranoia is deep and it'll appease them. LOL. Oh, I see. That's a good angle, actually. I'm kind of digging that. Wow, where was that? Okay, I thought you were talking about a K&N. Maybe you were, but now I know what you're talking about. Let's see. Gear Runner says, just put about $30 worth of stamps on it. You should be fine. I know, that's the thing. I have no idea. The Board Woodworker says, HW only eats frozen stuff, or he only eats frozen stuff. Not tonight. Having eggs, bacon, it's not frozen, and mushrooms and cheese. Jordan DeWalt, he likes to eat the fish. Boise City Auto says, post office is closed, limited food supplies, long lines. This is some Mad Max stuff. I know. I always said I wanted to live in an apocalyptic time. Maybe I'll get my... No, I don't. I don't. That's not a good thing. Love to Smoke says, hey, Boise City. Norman Simmons says, hey, Rob, I have an AFE cold air intake. Love it. Sounds great. I've looked at them a little bit, but I don't know. There's something about them for me. I don't know. Nothing wrong with them. Just, I don't know. I like having the exposed filter on top, not exposed, in a box with the S&B filter with that plexiglass cover. I think that's pretty cool, and I want to see the filter, so that's what I want to do, you know. Let's see. Jordan DeWald wants a four-wheeler. Awesome, they're fun. Just be careful. The Board Woodworker says, watch my video to learn how to cook an egg. Yeah, I know. Brian over on his channel, the Board Woodworker, has like, what, 500,000 views or something like that on cooking a frickin' scrambled egg or an egg. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. Thunder Whisper said, you're right. Mad Max for sure. I know. It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Of course, you can't have anybody that you care about around. That's the problem, because then you have a weakness. If you're in a Mad Max generation or era scenario, you have to truly be a loner. That's the only way you can do it. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Let's see. Irish Trick 4. Irish Trick 4. Are Kelly tires worth a look for the Tacoma? If you like them, I don't see why not. Kelly's have been around for a long time. Stealthy Leopard, Rob. Bacon is the best vegetable. I know, right? And it goes so well with eggs and mushrooms, man. Thunder Whisper says, no, Nitto Ridge Grapplers should be the only tire you look at. Nah, I had those. Swapped them out for some Duratrax, which I really like, by the way. The Board Woodworker says almost 600K. Oh, my God, man. 600K. Cooking a frickin' raw egg in a stainless steel pan. I mean, what the heck, man? It's awesome, buddy. Gear Runner says, I really like the aesthetics of my S&B. I do, too. I was looking at your video today and drooling. I really like it. It looks really good, man. Norman Simmons says, and I was drooling at the S&B intake. Let's just be clear about that, all right? I know where you go. Let's see. Norman says, my AFE intake has a clean cover to see the filter, a clear cover. I'll have to check them out again. Maybe I was looking at the wrong one. Ron says, hey, Rob, a bacon face mask. Yeah, right. Irish Trick 4. Tundra, I'm looking at those as well. Tundra Whisper, we need a purge day. Right. The Board Woodworker. Gear, I agree with you and Rob with the appearance. It's the best, I think. That's the one thing I don't like about the Air Raid. It has a little window. It's about this big, but it's one of the things I don't like. But the sound makes it all worthwhile no matter what, so it doesn't matter. Gear Runner says he's in love with Ridge Grapplers. We all got to love something. I'm just saying. But do they love you back? The Board Woodworker says BFK KO2s are awesome. Yeah, I've heard that too. They would have been my next choice below the Duratrax. The Board Woodworker says that video makes me $125 a month. I bet. That's just awesome, man. Gear Runner says, I'm trying to catch you, Brian. Yeah, with Gear's diet videos. You guys and your off-the-wall videos, I don't know. I mean, I only say that because they really weren't focused on the channel per se, right? I mean, your channel wasn't really about cooking eggs, although you did do a lot of cooking, and Gear's channel wasn't really about weight loss, but hey, it works. It works, man. Let's see. The Board Woodworker, I'm not sure why he said that. But we can't have that. Thunder Whisper says, me too, Gear. The Board Woodworker says, oops, sorry. Yeah, what are you doing, man? Boise City says, gosh darn it, I love these live streams. I miss them. They've been working us like dogs. Now they're cutting our hours because 5 people died, non-related old age. That's a bummer, bud. Gear Runner says, right, we all know what you were drooling over. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. The board woodworker says the air raid has problems with some hoods closing. They might with the bigger ones, not with the Jeep, I don't think. I'm going to have to check that. Gear Runner says they definitely do love me back. I kind of figured. Boise City Auto says working at a nursing home sucks, but you're doing a good deed, man. We need you people like you, I guess is the right way. Board Woodworker says at the time I was a cooking channel-ish. You're right. But Gear's never been a diet or fitness channel, I don't think. Boise City says, Brian, wait, what? Thunder Whisper says, which video was that, Edge? It was just how to cook an egg in a stainless steel pan. Sean DeLong says, later, everyone going to make an omelet. Rob talked me into it tonight. Rob, stay safe. Or everyone stay safe. Hey, Sean, enjoy that omelet. That's what I'm heading for. You stay safe, and thanks for being on, buddy. I appreciate it. Gear Runner says, have a good night, Sean. Thunder Whisper says, are you still dieting, Rob? I'm maintaining. Sparky M says, I am just scared to death. They kill football. They will not kill football. They may not have football this year, but it will never die. Too much money. Thunder Whisper says later, Sean. Boise City says, thanks, Rob. Love to Smoke says, Michelin LTX, nothing else for my Tundra. Gear Runner says, I'm eating everything I can get my hands on. Quarantine has not been good for me. I know, right? The board woodworker says, everyone be careful, and stay safe. I want to say a big thanks to Brian, the board woodworker, and Mark Jones, M. Jones, for the super chats tonight. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Check out the board woodworker if you haven't. He does a channel on trucks and wood, primarily wood now, I think, but some truck stuff and apparently cooking eggs. I don't know. Boise City Auto says, hey, Brian, show people how to cook MREs. Gear Runner says, have a good night, Brian. And we are caught up. That's it. We're caught up. I'm starving. I'm going to sign off. Everybody stay safe out there. Thanks for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone for supporting the channel and helping me hit 16,000. I really appreciate that. And look for those 2 big giveaways coming up as soon as we're free again. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.